Yo, you're watching another episode of D&D, and on today's episode, we had a YouTuber as our first caller who was trying to understand whether he should network or focus on himself in order to build his brand. And our second caller, who is basically describing those tough times that you go through in your journey where you might be struggling, how to deal with those negative voices from externals like family and friends. So sit back and watch, and don't forget to dial and help us help you discover.
Life is one big ball of admin, man. Like, every day I wake up, I'm like, it's actually just admin the whole day. Even shouting, administration, going outside, going
straight off the bat.
So basically, I'm a YouTuber from Durban, right?
YouTuber, okay, cool.
I guess I can answer this in one or two ways. I think the first thing is, it's going to be very important for you to develop your own, what I like to call 1000, right?
Yes. So you could do 6 years in a rookie league. You could do 8 and not have been in the major league yet. So when you get in there, you got to start now moving at that level. You're 100%. Starting from another, it's a whole other chapter. It's literally, dog, it's actually like a big chat.
It's wild.
And all right, what's good, ladies and gentlemen? Welcome to another episode of D&D Dial and Discover with yours truly, Calvin Mercy, and my friend here, Siam Flungo. How you doing, my brother?
Bless, bro. How's
you good?
Nice.
Yeah, not easy.
Yes,
I actually want to say off the top, thank you very much for supporting and, watching the show and engaging. So please continue to like, comment, subscribe, and share the content, honestly. And we actually have our new page that's up. We're going to put already now. Dial and Discover has a new Instagram page. We're trying to have more content go out in different ways so that you guys can consume it and not only have to sit through the whole episode, but you can watch some of the snippets. You can share some of the snippets with maybe some people that might want to speak about the same subject. So we're just trying to make it easier and convenient for you guys. Yeah. So
that's nice.
How you doing?
We have 2 followers.
We have 2 followers
on the page.
No, please follow us so we can have more followers.
We have 3 because Nash also followed the other day. So me, you, and Nash. That's nice.
Humble beginnings.
Yeah, the journey. I'm so excited.
The journey. No, I'm excited too. I think the response so far has been really good. Yeah. And I think it just continues because the value. Yeah. Like we said the last time. Yeah. We're just trying our best to just give value. Yeah. Value back to everybody.
100%.
We've got 2 callers lined up today. I'm excited.
Right.
To have the conversations. How's your week? What did you learn this week, actually? Let's go with that.
What did I learn this week? Very interesting. I think, one thing that's been top of mind is that life is one big ball of admin, man. Like, every day I wake up, I'm like, it's actually just admin the whole day. Even shouting, administration, going outside, going to the grocery. It's a lot. But I took a look at my finances recently. Yeah. And I realized that every time I leave the house, I'm at least spending 1,000 rand.
It's crazy, right?
It's ridiculous, bro.
It's ridiculous.
And how it accumulates, because 2 clipper here, 50 rand here, what, before you know it.
When you land home, 1,000, my
it's bad. So my financial trigger, let's say I have 10,000 rand in my account, right? I'm living life. But as soon as it hits 999, poison. Then I realize, oh, damn, okay, I got to strap up now. There's just something about, when you go below.
That's so bad.
And then it goes like this, and you realize, oh, snap, actually, 1,000 rand isn't a lot of money, bro. Like, even what you could get for like $100 in a store back in the day, like, you can't even get like basic tissue.
I think even now with the economic changes we've had, I'm thinking as you're speaking, we should probably get somebody from finance to maybe have a conversation with us. So like, what do the adjustments? What do the adjustments for us look like that we should be conscious of, and we should probably be making already where we at, right? For whatever the next 3-5 years looks like. Like, if you do 1, 2, 3,
you should be nice.
You'll be all right. You get what I'm saying? Because it's literally, dog. It's actually like a big chat.
It's wild, bro.
And yes, we're helped a little bit by the fact that we've got company expenses, company takes on some, but you also think about it just like as a normal citizen, bro. Like, you can just imagine how other people are affected by this chat.
Sure. It's crazy.
It's super crazy.
It's crazy. Yeah, the world is definitely changing.
It's a chat that also came up, I think, for me as well, where it's like, financially, we've been moving good. Okay, company grows, but then you kind of get even with with the businesses and the clients and whatever, you're feeling that change. Yeah. Because I think we had certain changes happened like last year that got implemented. Okay. And then certain changes happen now. This is economic wise, country wise. Right. And now it's like you're really feeling it. you know. So I think that's maybe something we can look into doing.
Yeah, definitely.
Getting somebody from a financial perspective. And I think if you're watching and you're from the financial industry, please give us a shout, send us a message, and let's see if we can have a conversation around this topic. And maybe there's something else or different perspective of how you can allow us to like speak about the subject to give value back to the audience.
Yeah.
I think that's a good idea.
Yeah.
You wanna jump into the first caller?
Let's do it, bro.
Yeah,
let's
hit the first
See,
call.
you're about to spend money now. You're about to use airtime.
I'm about to use airtime. We just spoke about it.
That's a lot.
Let's go into this. But yeah, that's a good conversation. I think especially coming off the last call we had.
Yeah. Yo, what's up, brother?
Yeah, you good, bro?
Good, man. You're speaking to Sia. I'm out here with Kelvin, and you're live on Dial and Discover. You well?
What's good, my brother?
Yeah, I'm good, my bro. Thank you guys for calling me back, eh?
Shout out.
So I have a question for you guys.
Yeah, shoot your question straight off the bat. Let's
So
go.
basically, I'm a YouTuber from Durban, right?
YouTuber, okay, cool.
From Durban. So,
Yeah.
So my question is, do you guys think it's important to know connections within the game in order for me to blow up? Or should I just do my work until the time is right?
Okay, I'm gonna ask you just to ask that question again, just to be clear.
Okay, do you guys think it's important to know connections in order for me to blow up in the game? Or I should just stick to my own craft until the time is perfect?
Okay. I hear you.
So do we have contacts, or should he get contacts?
Yeah. Or just do his
Or
thing.
should he do his thing?
Yeah. That's an interesting question, bro. What have you been doing so far?
Yeah, what type of content?
So far, I've just been doing pranks.
Okay.
Yeah, I think this is what I've been doing so far.
Okay, and how's that working out? How many subscribers you got?
Right now, I just obtained about 400 subscribers recently.
Okay.
Is that 400? Is it 400?
Yeah, 400 subscribers.
That's dope. Congratulations. Look, I think especially in the Durban community, it doesn't really have a big like YouTube community. So shout out to you just for starting that. I guess I can answer this in one or two ways. I think the first thing is it's gonna be very important for you to develop your own, what I like to call 1,000. Right?
Yes.
So what your own 1,000 is building out your fan base / your community, and this goes across the board, you know? So those 40 subscribers or 400 are a part of your 1,000. You know what I mean? Yes. So if you can get to 1,000 people that you know that if you're dropping an episode, you're going to have at least 1,000 views. Yes. If you're selling merchandise, you're just going to sell 1,000 t-shirts, you know? If you ever become a rapper or whatever and you drop a mixtape, you're going to have 1,000 downloads. So that community is something that you need to be very smart about harnessing and growing. So opening WhatsApp groups, feeding them content, inviting them to your shoots, giving them some discounts, giving them exclusive content, because I think every brand and business, you know, as an F&B person who banks at F&B, I'm a part of F&B's community. Yeah. And they contact me all the time on emails. They offer me specials and so on and so forth. So I think it's great to have connections, but often people who are looking to connect with you is because you've established some type of value. You know? Yeah. So I think it's important for you, bro, just to be very meticulous about building out your community, you know, having your people, talking to them, and making sure that Hobson once said, the best form of marketing doesn't feel like marketing. It makes the people feel like they're a part of it.
100%.
You know what I mean?
100%.
Yeah. So I think it's that. Don't talk down to your audience. Include them. Ask them for content ideas. Just like you would feel if your favorite YouTuber came to you and said, "Yo, Sensei, I'm thinking of doing 1, 2, 3. What do you think?" You know.
You know what the craziest thing is that, which is something I always say, is that a lot of guys, when they get whichever numbers that they have.
Yeah.
In comparison to whoever that's sitting on 100 million views, whoever's sitting on 1 million subscribers, you as the individual tend to look down on your 400.
Yeah.
And that's probably where the mistake already begins. The biggest mistake.
Right.
Because the simplicity of it is this, even for you, if you put 400 people in a room right now, 400 is a lot.
Yeah. Major.
So if you're getting even an average of half of that, 200 and something views. If you take 200 people and put them in a room, 200 is a lot. So now as soon as you start valuing what you have there, that number, and to what Sia's saying, and you're engaging with that 10 people in the comments, with that 20 people in the comments, and you have these moments where you're thanking that 400, etc. Even at a 400,
yeah.
you should, because people are waiting for the 400 million or the 400,000 in order to do specials or to do thank you episodes or thank you moments where you're buying something and gifting a fan or whatever. You're waiting for the bigger number instead of already doing it now, because that 400 can carry you to the 40,000.
Facts.
You know,
Facts.
so already for me, that's the conversation that gets had here. If we take 2 steps back, most definitely you consistently doing your thing is very important. I think the question we maybe didn't ask you, how long have you been doing your YouTube content?
It's been like 3 months already.
3 months. Bro,
Yes.
let me tell you, you're doing very well for 3 months.
Yeah.
3 months, 400 subscribers is very good.
Average of 125 a month.
Do you see that?
Hard.
That's crazy.
Yeah. Yeah.
So if anything, dude, just run for the next 3 years. Straight.
Yeah.
Right? Diversify your content, you know, find different ways to do what you're doing and collaborate with people that are in your space, in the area where you're from.
Yeah.
Don't forsake where you're from. Don't look down on the other guys. And, you know, it's something that we were speaking about, I think just offline yesterday, to say that like the collaboration aspect is so important. So already you've had a great start, my brother. You really have.
Yeah.
And you're one of the lucky few, actually. But what will keep that and what will grow it is your consistency.
Yeah.
If you show up every day and you just give the people essentially what they're enjoying from you, and you find different ways to even make it better or try different stuff, you know, ask the audience to try or to view different things, etc., and then collaborate. I think you'll see in the next year or two, you'll be surprised at what you can do or how your platform will grow.
Stay consistent, bro.
Wow.
Stay consistent, my brother. So it's not really about the connections aspect. It's really about you growing your audience and cultivating it and appreciating that somebody's taking their time to actually watch your content.
Yeah.
Once you can value that, you'll have a big value in the next 2-3 years.
Yeah, bro.
Okay.
Yeah, damn, I understand. That's
hopefully
so
that
cool,
helps.
bro. Like, yo,
All right.
that's so good.
Good luck to you, my brother, and keep doing what you're doing, all right?
Yo, thank you so much for your advice, bro. Thank you so much. I really appreciate it, dog.
All right. Shout out, my brother. Stay blessed.
Much love.
Thank you.
Danko.
One time. It's essentially understanding the power of one,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
And what's crazy is that I learned that in church.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, I learned that in church because in church, essentially, you know, you have the evangelistic aspect of church where we go out and we speak to people, we share the word.
Yeah.
Whether it's in a discipleship form, it's a cell form, or it's just off the cuff at a mall.
Yeah.
You know.
Yeah.
But what became more important was that it was not about coming back and saying, oh, I could brought 50 people or 100 people or 10 people. Even when we did our youth camps, like it was, if you could bring one person, because changing that one person is changing a whole life, and that life can influence
Another
other life.
Yeah.
So when you can understand the importance of one, you'll understand how important 100 people are.
Also, biblically, I guess that's why they went after the one lost sheep from that 100.
Right?
Yeah.
He left and went for the one because there's importance in one, you know, because one can influence 100.
And there's no 99 sheep without one type of thing.
One shepherd, actually.
That's nice.
Yeah, let's not try to be too deep about it.
Yeah. So in John chapter 16, right?
Yeah, but that's the importance of that. It's understanding that the matrix, and that's how I usually even continue to break it down, that the matrix is that one person can have the influence over 1,000 people. And if I catch your content and I go, oh, this is dope, and I share it to my story, you have access to my 5,000. My 5,000 is a little bit different. Just because I have 5,000, my 5,000 is a bit tailored.
Right.
Because that 1,000 there, or that one out of that 5, when he hits that share, he hits it to 100,000.
Yeah. I've seen that actually. Even
That
when we
thing-
collaborate. Yeah.
Exactly. Hence why even the collaboration thing works, because you're tapping into someone else's audience as well, that you're introducing yourself to that audience, and from there you might catch even just 10%.
Yeah.
Just walking out of there with 10% makes a big difference for you. You know, so hence why collaborations, I think even the consistency of and engaging with the audience that you currently hold becomes very important.
Yeah.
Because you understand, like, just the one person viewing, you know, it's so crazy how like guys downplay those numbers.
Ish, bro.
I mean, like, I get into so many chats and I'm like, dude, you're doing an average of 1,000. He's doing 400 subscribers. He's only 3 months in.
Bro. I've had mine since 2008. I'm on like 300. Hey, but he's young, man. He's young. He got
No,
more
but
energy.
I had a conversation with another.
Yeah.
They were asking for advice.
Yeah.
They've got a podcast. They use YouTube as well. There's a platform. They've been doing it for, I think, maybe an odd year or two.
Yeah.
And they haven't even hit 400. I think they're on 100 and something, possibly.
Yeah.
But it's still, I even said the same thing to them that, it might come down to, I mean, let's speak on that. When you've been doing it for 5 years, right?
Yeah.
And you essentially almost, quote unquote, stuck in the same place. My whole thing is that, like, after some time, then you have to evaluate, again, go back to scratch.
Real. Yeah.
Product, packaging, distribution. You got to go back to the basics.
Yeah.
Because you can distribute a bad product.
You can.
That's a real thing.
And sometimes also, like, I wouldn't say supply and demand, but timing is critical, right? I can't be selling T-shirts in winter.
Ish.
Do you know what I mean? So, like, it worked in the summer, but now, because I think that's also so difficult. We get so emotionally attached, man. So when it stops working, it's like, but man, I've been doing it. And you kind of like want to force it through, but just let go. Be like, okay, no, the run was dope. Let me kind of explore other avenues. You know what I mean?
100%. A chat that I also get into with regards to that, because a lot of the guys complain about having done whatever they're doing for a long time and haven't seen a certain level of growth or change, etc. You could do 6 years in a rookie league. You could do 8 and not have been in the major league yet. So, so you get what I'm saying? So now you're doing 6 or 8 and you're not really moving at the professional level that the major league of your industry moves at. So that means by the time you actually go in, you're only starting like from scratch. Like when an athlete goes into major league, they don't say, oh, I've been doing this for 20 years.
Yeah.
When you get in there, you got to start now moving at that level. You're starting
100%.
from another, it's a whole other chapter.
Yeah.
And I think that's also something like a lot of guys don't understand, that for you to level up, you've got to start moving at the next level. You can't move at the level you're at, but want to. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
The guys that are taken from any rookie league or minor league and are taken to a major is because they in the minor league are moving like major league players.
Right. 100%.
That makes sense.
Yeah, it does. It's like grade 7, you're a prefect, and then you go to high school and you go right back to the bottom of the food chain.
You go to 8.
Yeah.
You can't come into high school and now you want to move like a matric because you've been in school for 7 years.
Right.
That's not how that works.
100%. And it's funny because we forget that across the board and other stuff in life, but I think it's just like that.
It's just
when
like
you play
that.
games, you beat the boss to go start at the bottom from level 2 and then find the level 2 boss.
So
and,
that's such a good example too, because gaming,
Yeah.
you finish that level, you do hit whatever, and then you start again from the bottom. So I think that kind of throws people off commonly. That's what I've picked up on. Like, but I've been doing for XYZ. So now when I come into a major league and I've got a record that's got some traction, or I've got this product, this YouTube that's got some, he's basically now saying, you 3 months in, 400 subscribers, you can't be looking for brand deals.
Yeah. Please don't.
No, please don't get it twisted.
Yeah.
You get what I'm saying? Because you're still coming up. In the minor conversation, you might be moving good here, but you haven't come in on a major. And then even when you come in on a major, is now you've got to attribute like certain aspects to then for a brand to say, when we put our brand on your content, how does it ROI back? You haven't even figured that out. You just need to be doing your content.
You just got to hit that. And you know, it's crazy because I also often kind of get a lot of calls where people are like, I'm doing my first event, I'm looking for a sponsor.
Yeah.
Can you help me get sponsors?
Yeah.
And I always say, what are we sponsoring?
What are we sponsoring?
What are you sponsoring, Chief?
Yeah.
My first event. So you don't have an event.
Ish.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? Because people kind of, it's like this skipping stages thing. Please sponsor us. We have no proof of concept. We have no numbers to show you. We have no ROI.
POC is a real thing.
Bro.
Proof of concept is a real thing.
Do you know what I mean? And look, I had to learn that the hard way because, again, coming back to what we spoke about a couple of weeks ago, there's these fancy words and terminologies, but people don't actually understand what comes behind that. So when you're looking for sponsorship, people sponsor, give their money, which is an exchange of like value for value.
Yes.
Do you know what I mean?
100%.
So it's very difficult if your first event, you know what I'm trying to say, to go look for a sponsor because you have no value to kind of show them or correlate. Say, okay, guys, if you sponsor us, we can place you here, here, here. Here's the value of our audience. Here's how much we make. Here's the demographic. Wada. So it's like
it's hard to quantify that before proof of concept. And look, some people do get lucky enough.
Yes.
Because the brand will take a chance on the concept.
Yes, if it's strong enough.
Yes, if it's strong enough.
Yeah.
And if you're really presenting a concept that's really unique, but is projecting to bring in a lot of value, they'll take a chance on that for sure.
Yeah.
But for the most part, I think to what you're saying, and this is the line that came to mind, is that investors don't invest in ideas. They invest in existing concepts. That if you watch your Shark Tanks, your Dragon's Dens or whatever, they ask the guys, how much have you sold?
Yeah. And they're holding something
when
there,
you
right?
say nothing, I haven't had any sales, it becomes tricky.
Right.
Like the seats just become
Exactly.
right?
Yeah.
But as soon as you say, I've sold 1,000 units in the past 6 months, but in the first whatever, we had a hiccup here, we stopped here, but in the first 3 months before that, we sold this and whatever. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And we've made X amount. Then they go, okay, here's a business.
There's a business here.
Here's something that exists that we can put money into to help grow.
And run with 100%.
So POC, proof of concept, is a real thing.
Yeah.
I think let's jump into our second caller.
Sure.
While we tail end on that. Yeah, that's a good one, I think. Because a lot of people want the whole funding thing. Help me with this.
Yeah.
Get me this connection.
What is the tone is so demanding? Get me a sponsor. Dang.
So
how you doing? How you doing, my brother?
I'm good. How are you?
Fine, thanks. And you? You are live on D&D with Sia and Calvin.
Showcase.
Shout out, bro.
Yes. Thank you for taking our call. What's your question? Shoot us your question real quick, my brother.
My question is, like, you see when you have like something going on, I wanna know, like, in terms of mentally, how mentally strong should you be to, believe in whatever that you're doing, even though you think it might take years for it to, materialize and become the thing that you want it to be. Like, how strong should you be? Because there's a lot of distractions and doubts and things and everything going on. So how do you, like, keep mentally strong and, keep doing what you're doing consistently?
Sheesh. This is
mentality
a good question.
chat. Yeah.
This is a good question. Hard. This is a conversation I continue to have quite often, actually. Your mindset and mentality is very important in everything that you do. And I want to share it like this, that at the core of it all, everything essentially that you are and that you do is controlled from your mind. Right? So you deciding to get out of bed, and I'm going to start at the basics. You deciding to get out of bed, you deciding to do whatever activity that you're doing today is not because your body decided to. It's because in your mind, you comprehended something and then your mind started kind of directing the actions. When you understand the mind in that basic aspect, you understand how powerful your mind is. Now, here's something that people don't do. People don't train the mind and the brain the same way you train every other muscle.
Yep.
You don't.
Big biceps.
Right?
No brain.
No.
Okay.
Can't
say no brain.
You can't say no.
Shut up.
Understand? So training your mind, training yourself to have a strong mind and strong mentality, like it's something that you have to do practically and continually. So I guess, I could share some practicalities from my side, is to say, it's what you consume. That whole thing of what you consume becomes a big thing. What you put in. What you put in is basically what you're going to get out. I consume people that have the mindset that I want. I don't consume content of people that have the mindset I don't want. Or not even, I don't even want to say the same mindset. I want to say less of a mindset, right? So people that communicate negatively, people that are always maybe complaining, etc. I don't consume that. What I consume is people that have a higher and stronger mindset than I do, because then I get to somehow understand, how did they get here?
Right.
So
Okay.
if anybody who knows me personally, I speak about athletes a lot.
Yeah.
Your Kobe's, your Michael Jordan, etc. These guys have hectic mindsets because they go through injuries, but they come back the next day like, I'm still gonna do this.
Yeah, true. I've seen that. Yeah.
You get what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I can make an example with soccer players. Like, Cristiano Ronaldo is not like he doesn't go through things. It's not like he doesn't go through injuries.
Yeah,
he
goes through a lot of criticism and stuff.
Exactly.
Yeah, I get it. But you know where it becomes tricky? I think it becomes tricky when it comes to like your loved ones or family, I should say.
Okay.
Or the people that you know that they support your foundation when it comes to support. So imagine maybe a family member doesn't understand what you're doing, and they speak negatively on it, or they just mention what might happen or what might not happen.
So already go through something like that.
They're triggering something negative. So it takes a lot for you to just constantly remind yourself the end goal, longevity.
Yeah. I think.
I just want to know how. How you become strong, like
the
when
family
it comes
conversation. I think that's a different aspect as well, because he said, because we're saying outsiders, but now he's saying internal.
Yeah. I think it comes back to you kind of got to choose what you believe. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because whether it's family, whether it's friends, whether it's whatever the case is. So actually, here's the crux of it. So we are made up of two parts, right? We have the flesh, and then we have the spirit, right?
Yeah, true.
And in all our lives, one or the other is going to become your master. Okay? So your brain taking the information to tell your hand to move is coming from inside, internal, kind of the software communicating with the hardware. You know what I mean?
Yes.
So you have to realize that if your flesh, let me take a step back. Your flesh is taught how to act by your brain.
Yes. 100%.
Do you know what I mean?
Yes.
So
accurate.
That's where affirmations come from. That's where speaking things into existence comes from.
Manifestation conversation.
Right? Yeah. So you need to understand that for as long as your mind is weak, your flesh is going to follow suit. So when you're sitting in bed saying, I don't want to get up, guess what your body's going to do? Okay, guys, today
we're not getting up.
Yes. You know what I mean? Because you're feeding your instructions. You know what I'm trying to say?
Yeah. Good one.
Yeah. So when you can tell your mentality that, yo, guys, today is a tough day, but we are going to get up and we're going to do the most, then your atom, your nucleus changes and your body kind of feels, it's not instantaneous, but it's kind of like, okay, we're going to do this.
We're navigating. We're
moving towards
we're moving now.
Over time,
I think what's interesting, sorry, my brother, I think what you also alluding to is also something that, in addition to what I said, is like essentially it's curating the voice in your head.
Exactly.
Curating how you speak to yourself.
Exactly.
100%. Because I think a lot of the
times, I think that's the most difficult part. Like
that's what he's also
speaking
saying.
To the voices up there.
Yes, so curating the voice in your head, and which also comes down to essentially how you speak to yourself and what type of voices you listen to.
Exactly.
I think
that controls everything, bro.
Yeah.
So you also need to realize that once you teach your brain to consume the right things and to think in a certain type of way, it then masters the body. So your goal is to have your brain be the master and teach your flesh how to move.
100%, and not the other way
around.
And that's what we normally do.
Okay, so here's a question.
Yeah.
So when it comes, as we're speaking, like when it comes to family and loved ones, what do I do with the negative ones? Do I just, distance myself, or must I just cut them off? Because I don't think you can just like cut off your loved ones or stuff like that.
The family one is such a big, actually like a big and difficult
chat. It's a different chat.
It's a big and difficult chat. But here's my word on that. It's once essentially you've picked a direction, most of the time your family and loved ones or the people around you will respond and react to what's happening now. Because you must always understand that
it's still a process.
They can't see what you see,
and they don't have
your vision. They don't. Here's the thing. They don't understand. Full stop.
And don't try and make them understand.
And don't try and make them understand. They don't understand.
Okay.
And you know what?
I get it.
It's okay because they also have a certain perspective of the whole situation that is happening, whether with you or whether in the household or whether in the area and the surroundings. They have a perspective that you cannot deny. You can't say the perspective is incorrect.
Yeah.
Right?
Would you say maybe it's a fashion? It's a chat of maybe old versus modern fashion?
No, not necessarily. Not entirely. It has nothing to do with age. It has nothing to do with that. It has to do with the core aspect that the next person can't see what you're seeing.
Yeah.
And hence why purpose is such a big thing.
Yeah. It's
because when you're locked into purpose in a direction of what you need to do in life, and that's whether it be a 9-to-5 aspect, like you have to go work to essentially build your life, or whether it's from an aspect of building something, whichever one. It's understanding that, especially at a certain chapter in your life, you have to do what you have to do for your life, that you have to wake up to every day.
Accurate.
That's kind of like one of the biggest things that people forget. I always say this. I make decisions that I can wake up with every day. And when I speak to people, I say that and I encourage that. At the end of the day, regardless of what I say, regardless of what advice, you pick something you can wake up with every day.
Yeah.
Because 100%. You have to wake up with it.
Yeah.
In 10 years, 20 years, you have to wake up with the decision that you made.
That's why I never let my friends tell me what girl to date, man. I can wake up that date. They gonna be there, man. I think another thing, just to your point, it's like, TD Jakes is so profound, man. So TD Jakes kind of describes this like that. He says, or like this rather, he says, when you're on your way to the next level, you are going to and you're bound to catch noise. Do you know what I'm trying to say? So use an analogy of a staircase. If you're trying to sneak up the stairs at night, do you ever hear the sound that goes, right?
On the third stair.
Right. That's not the sound of you stepping. That's the sound of you lifting your foot from the previous step.
That's good. That's very good. And that's right. That's accurate, actually.
Yeah. So when you're about to go to the next level, that noise you're hearing is you saying, I'm going on up. You know
I'm going.
And it was in a crowd, make noise or whatever.
Yes.
And if you focus on what's behind you, then you're going to get so distracted.
And you're not going to move.
And you're most likely to come back to that step.
Yes.
You know, so it's like, son, don't get distracted by that. Just know that, I'm focusing on the next level. You know what I mean? Yeah.
So if anything, I encourage anybody else, even that's in a situation like that, where it's like you've got to stay locked in. You know, you have to understand that your people don't understand. And they, to a certain degree, they don't have to.
Yeah.
You understand? Because they don't have the exact context and perspective that you have. To a certain degree, you might want to understand where they're coming from, to give them the mercy and the grace for some of the things that they say or do, etc. But as long as you put in work and chime through to get to where you need to do, at the end of the day, when you come back with a successful story, everything that we're talking about right now won't matter.
It's out. It's the previous.
It won't matter. It really won't matter.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's facts.
All right, my brother. Hopefully that helps you navigate, you know. Keep your head up.
Thank you so much for the clarity. Yeah.
Most definitely. Train your mind, train your mentality. Yeah. Okay. All love, my brother. We'll speak soon.
Thank you, bro.
All right.
Shout out.
Definitely big story.
Mentality.
I'm gonna share something for me. Like my father didn't understand this thing that I was doing. You know, he wanted to go study, get a degree, get a job.
Yeah.
You good.
Yeah.
Right? And then I went left. And he just, even when I went left and started the business and I was moving, so in my first 3 years, I rake up this crazy resume of I'm working with the biggest brands, I'm doing some of the biggest shows in the country, He still didn't get it. He still kept asking me, when are you going to go study?
When you get a real job.
When are you going to get a real job? Right?
Yeah.
And that thing, in the beginning, kind of like threw me off a little bit, but I knew it's because he doesn't understand this thing.
Right.
It's not his fault.
It isn't.
You understand?
Yeah.
It's not his fault. And yes, he could be kinder, he could be nicer about it, but to him, from his perspective, it looks like I'm going nowhere slowly or nowhere fast, whichever one.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's what it looks
still
like.
nowhere. Yeah.
But
Yeah.
for him, it's like, yo, my brother's going nowhere. He's just doing this thing
Yeah.
for fun. From his side, he's always said, it's one thing to want to do something for fun and because you're passionate about it. But it's another when you have to take care of your family. And understand it.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
It's not off.
Yeah.
But I persisted in what I was doing because I could see what this thing was. And I could see where when it hits here, it starts bringing monetary, etc.
Yeah. Yeah.
And only crazy enough, you know, the first couple of years, whatever he would say, then eventually he just stopped saying. But he never fully acknowledged this thing.
Does he acknowledge it today?
Until very recently. I was in Spain.
Yeah.
And I called him from the stadium in Spain.
Yeah.
And I said to him,
you never had to go that hard, man.
huh?
Like, jeez.
No, my brother. That's why I say that's why you pull up with a big body at the house. There's a reason why you pull up with a big body. There's a reason why you pull up with the groceries that everybody has to have. Not just you can't. You know, there's a reason, especially with black families.
Yeah,
you know, it's unfortunate part. And maybe we might be a different generation for our kids. You know, but unfortunately our parents come from a whole different age. So all of this, the fact that I'm a consultant and that's what I do is wild for my father. Like he would have never thought that's a whole thing. But I called him and I was like, yo, I'm at the stadium, and I showed him the stadium. And he's looking at it, he's like, oh, snap, dope. And just before we wrap the call, and I say, yo, remember that thing that I was doing that you didn't understand? It's brought me here. And he goes, I see it.
Here's my friend Lionel.
And I've been seeing it. Here's my friend Ronaldo. And here's your favorite musician. I'm sitting with him. And he's
hard.
like, no,
That's hard.
I see it and I've been seeing it. It makes sense now. I get it now.
Right.
You know? And in his defense, quote unquote, is that I didn't get it. You know, so there's that. And that's why I'm like, for the most part, individuals like him, you wait for okay, we get it. Do your thing. And unfortunately, it's not coming.
Yeah. Don't wait on it for too long.
Oh, it's not coming.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got to be there for yourself, really.
You have to be.
I think that's the most underrated thing, like being kind to yourself.
You understand?
Yeah, like because you hear it, but then when the voice in your head is not their voice, it's what is contributed to your subconscious. So if you believe that, then you start telling yourself that maybe I actually ain't ish at all. You know what I mean? And that's how the devil really works, bro. Like
150%.
The devil works through people. Now I'm not saying everyone saying the negative things the devil. No. You know.
We're just saying.
We're just saying that I'm joking. But it's tools. He uses tools to break you down, you know?
Yeah.
And for some reason I've always believed that the voice in my head is somewhat a spirit.
Yes.
And maybe even the Holy Spirit. But I've never been able to quantify when I hear negativity, though.
Yeah, but
you know those cartoons where there's a devil on one side and the angel on the other side, and maybe it's really that. You know what I mean? And then they always shrug off whichever one they're not trying to.
It's really a good analogy, honestly speaking, because you have both.
Yeah,
and you could essentially feed into the other, the latter.
Yeah,
but hence why that's why I mentioned like the voice,
yes,
like curating the voice in your head. You know, like. It's a chat that I had with a mutual friend of ours, and he asked me, like, how do you get through the tough times? I said, to really be honest with you, when it's tough, the voice in my head says, we can do this.
Yeah, keep going.
The voice in my head says, push through the pain.
Yeah.
The voice in my head says, yo, yes, it's injury time. Just do a little bit today.
Yeah.
You don't have to do everything. Just do a little bit.
Yeah.
See, so because the voice in my head is curated different. And that's because I'm getting to the word first and foremost. So I've got faith. Right. I know that, I can do anything through God who strengthens me. I know that.
Philippians 4 verse 13.
I know that if I seek first the kingdom of God, everything else shall be added unto me.
Yeah, Matthew 6.
I know that, thou go through the valley of the, you know what I'm saying?
I don't know. We're going to go, you take the hardest one, like the Bible.
No, but on a faith talk,
right?
Because everything I say, if anybody, for the guys who follow me even on social, they'll know at the end of everything I say, it's on God.
Yeah,
because it really is on God,
yeah,
right?
Yeah.
Then second to that, like I was saying, I consume guys like Kobe Bryant. Kobe Bryant will go through an injury. He'll have flu, 100 and something degrees, and he'll play.
Damn.
Why? Because the mission is far bigger. We'll rest tomorrow, my boy. right? Because then you're gonna complain about everything.
Yeah, because there's plausible grounds to complain about. You can really complain about everything,
bro.
Like how hot it is in this room, but I gotta keep going.
But we gotta finish the mission. You understand?
Yeah, 100%. Yeah.
And I think that's the thing. If you switch your mindset to that,
yeah,
there are things that are in your control and there are things that are out of your control.
Yeah.
What you can control, you wake up every day and you try to get to. What you can't control, it is what it is. You can't control it.
Yeah.
You can't control how your family is perceiving this thing. You have
just
no
about
control.
the only thing you have full control over is yourself.
Is you waking up and doing your thing.
Yeah.
So wake up and do it. And get to where you need to go.
Yeah. There's a mantra that I really live by, and I try to say to myself every single day, because there's significance in small steps over time. You know, like there's no way you can take 1,000 steps without taking one step at a time.
Oh.
Do you know what I'm trying to say? So we often look at like, oh, I'm on step 3. But if you did that 997 more times, you're going to get to 1,000.
100%.
You know what I'm trying to say? So it's like, what would you do today to bring you closer to your dream? You get what I'm trying to say? So it's, and that's trying to program the voice in my head.
Yeah.
So I try to put it out every single day to try and inspire.
Yes.
But I've learned that it's actually me putting out accountability. Because now when I hit the streets, people are like, so what have you done today?
Today?
And I'm like, nigga, just read the quote, man. You know what I'm saying? But it's like, actually, what actually have I done? You know what I'm trying to 100%. Say? So those small steps, 365, bit by bit, diggity bake it, and
fully, bro. And I think we could probably continue a little bit further on this because there's so much to it. You know, I'm even thinking there's so much to it. Maybe in the next conversation, we might share a little bit more on it.
Yeah.
But please do engage and send us your thoughts on this part of the conversation. Send us your comments. Send us your stories of how you've been able to strengthen your mindset or your mentality on how you've gotten over some stuff. And hopefully maybe we'll read those or share those on the next episode.
100%.
But yeah, I think today was good.
Yeah. And I just want to also further emphasize, please click the link, you know what I mean? Like www.swaytodigital.io/discover. Leave us your questions. We definitely want to give you a call because this is for the people.
It's for the people.
Yeah.
You understand? So thank you very much. Please do like, comment, share, and subscribe. And do follow us on Instagram on our page. We need more followers. We need you guys to engage with us.
Please.
So do engage with us on the platform. It's a bunch of content that we've cut up for you guys to consume. And then obviously you get the link to the full episodes as well.
Right.
And then do click on the link. Send us your questions. Send us your thoughts. Comment. And do engage with us further. So thank you very much.
Thank you,
thank you for coming through today, bro.
Appreciate it, bro. Every week I'm out.
This was Dial and Discover, D&D, one time.
Danke, Asbon.